It's the Hip Hop School.
It's that time.
Past and present podcast.
It's that time.
All regions stand up.
On your feet.
North, South,
Everywhere.
East,
Where you at?
and West,
Huh?
Midwest.
You
Where you
know
at?
the rule.
Act a fool. You gotta be tight with your tool when you go to the Hip Hop School. Be grown in the crowd called Prima Fur and Deja Rude, child. Get out your feelings, you get booed at the Hip Hop School. You know the rule. Act a fool. You gotta be tight with your tool when you go to the Hip Hop School. Nigga can't be mad cause you got swag and easy cool. Bitch, your motherfucking problem, knowledge rule at the Hip Hop School. You know the rule. Act a fool. You gotta be tight with your tool when you go to the Hip Hop School. Can't look like that, I'm into son got artifacts. The truth is cruel, but that's just fuel at the Hip Hop School. Past and present.
Whoa.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of the Hip Hop School Past and Present podcast.
Back
How
again.
y'all doing tonight, fellas?
Man, straight.
Man, I'm good. I'm great.
Let's go. Let's
Well,
get
I
it.
am
Let's
your girl, the
go.
Asia, the assistant principal, and down below in this corner, diagonally towards me, you have Supreme Rob, the principal. Look to this side of me, you have Heezy, the dean of hip hop, and down below you have Brother Truth, the agriculture teacher for all of your greenery needs, always rolling up indeed. We have a very, very good show tonight. We're going to be talking about the art of MCing and whether or not it's a lost art, and if the artists these days are taking the live performance aspect of their rap career seriously. So we definitely going to get into that, as well as some of the trending topics that has been going on, and some of the music reviews, album reviews rather, and we'll also be chiming in on our input on who we think has the best album of the year so far. I haven't narrowed it down yet, but we'll see. Before we get started, like we do each and every week, we start off with our hip hop trivia question that is sponsored by Supreme's Pull Up, Nature Spills, Art by Chunk G, the Uhuru Academy, Lit and Leisure Travel, and Deaths of the Asia. Our hip hop trivia question is: what was Mozzie's first rap name? Again, what was Mozzie's first rap name? Try to answer that question throughout the duration of the show. At the end, we'll reveal the answer.
What's up? What's so funny, Pre?
Where the MCs at, man? Let's tell us about the live performances, man.
Yeah, and we have the link that's down there in the comments for any MCs that's out there that just want to discuss, the the art of live performing. We definitely have the link down there, and we can talk about actually how you go about moving the crowd, and if you think you have it in you. So you can hit that link and join the conversation.
Some do, some don't. I'm gonna tell you though, you know what I'm saying? The ones that don't, you know what I'm saying? When you go to those concerts and they just up there with the mic rapping on stage, it pretty much take away from they whole aura. You know what I'm saying? If you can't perform on stage, man, that kind of takes something from you.
I hate performing on stage. I still hate to this day. That's probably why I don't rap no more. Stage fright. Yeah, I don't like that shit at all. I don't like people looking at me like that. It took me a long time to go live on Facebook.
Shit.
Yeah.
I feel you on that.
I think for me, performing, I like performing. I do get nerve-wracked at first. But I have been in several different spaces where I had to perform. I used to do poetry, used to rap. Sometimes I host different events. And also just a shameless plug. If y'all out there in the Dallas-Fort Worth area and would like for me to host an event, hit your girl up. But anyway, doing things like that, it's one of those things. It's always that sense of fear that I have at first, but I'm one of those people. Even if I'm scared of it, I'm gonna do it. I don't let my fear actually stop me. So by the time I get on stage or start doing whatever it is that I'm doing, all of those jitters go away anyway.
Yeah, I mean, then you got some rappers that's known for having that stage presence and bringing that energy.
Yeah,
and that's
like
what
Busta.
Yeah, and that's what carried them. That's what carried their career. You know what I'm saying? You got motherfuckers still performing since the '80s, like Dougie Fresh and Slick Rick, niggas like that, Big Daddy Kane, they still performing off of them songs from the 80s. That's because they great performers.
Yeah, and I think that play more of a factor as your career go on too. You know what I mean? Like as like the older generation stop dropping consistent music. I believe that live performance is what keep people wanting to come see you and bringing, drawing the crowd out. They like, oh yeah, he give a good show. You know what I'm saying? I hear that a lot. Like I never really used to be a concert person because I just, you know what I mean? It was like I'd rather listen to the music on, CD or whatever. But then I went to Toby Nwigwe concert a couple years ago, you know what I'm saying? And he gave a great stage show, you know what I'm saying? It was dope the way he had it set up, everything, you know what I'm saying? That really changed my mind about going to concerts because, you know what I'm saying? I've been to concerts where, you know what I'm saying, the hood shit, nigga just standing in one spot rapping and ain't really, I'd rather hear the music clear, you know what I'm saying, on the CD if you're gonna do that. Now, if you're gonna have a great show, you know what I'm saying, then that's something totally different.
But check this out though. You ain't gotta be no hype nigga to put on no great show.
No, you don't.
Because check this out. The best rapper I've ever seen put on a show is Too Short.
I was just about to say, Short put on a hell of a motherfucking concert.
He ain't moving around, he ain't jumping around.
He ain't dancing.
He ain't dancing, but the whole crowd know every motherfucking word. And when that nigga say biatch, the whole 10,000 motherfuckers say biatch.
He do that shit. He do that shit perfectly. He's like, what's my favorite word?
Yeah.
Biatch. You know what I'm saying? The whole crowd. You know what I'm saying?
He know how to move the crowd.
Exactly.
Yeah, I heard Jay-Z the same way too. When he do his show, he don't really, he ain't really animated, but his shows be good shows. He had good, he put on good shows. I haven't been to one of his concerts, but I heard that about Jay-Z too.
You know who put on the worst show that I've been to?
Who?
Wu-Tang.
Man, I was gonna say that. I was gonna say that shit,
weird
man.
for Wu-Tang to put. It's so many of them. It's like
that's why.
That's why though.
Okay, it's just too many people up there.
It'd be too. Anytime you got 9 niggas with a microphone, you know what I'm saying?
Old Dirty nice.
They nice by themselves. Method Man, Red Man.
I'm talking about when they up there. But most time niggas just passing the mic. About atomically, Socrates, philosophy.
So they just be up there like they in a cipher.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
That's crazy.
I was about to say 3-6 Mafia do a good show too. I like their show too.
Oh yeah, they always
went to a 3-6 show.
But they be having you hype. But I'm gonna tell y'all something though. The verses exposed a lot of people, and it also it reminded us of how important it is to be a great performer. Because if y'all notice that it was a lot of people that if we think about their catalog in terms of who they was going against, it was like a lot of people that we were like, okay, they're gonna win based on their catalog.
Right.
But a lot of people that actually had better songs, they performed those songs. They had better songs. No, and people who had worse songs end up performing their songs better, and then they ended up winning the verses.
If you go back,
like Dip said in Jada Kiss them, right?
Yeah.
So Dip said them got those. They have more mainstream songs than the Locks had. So you would think just by that they would win the verses because it's based on hits.
Right.
But Jada
wasn't bad.
Them. You know what I'm saying? So it was like he actually put on some top tier MCing during that verses.
He did.
Yeah.
If you go back to the beginning of hip hop, rapping was just about performing. Right. It wasn't about making no records. It wasn't about making no albums. It was about performing live on stage. And that's why you got a lot of so-called purists who want to go back to that. They like the live performances over making albums because they feel like when rappers started making albums, that's when it got commercialized. That's when the white folks got in there and took over. When niggas started making albums.
Yeah. Like you said, that's part of the purest part of hip hop is the live performance, like you said, because I was there from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? It was all about styling, and you know what I'm saying. Kind of basically battling against whoever was around in the cipher. You know what I'm saying? Who was the best?
That's the pure form of it, like you said, getting in the DJ and you get up there and rap. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta have the crowd moving with you, or it ain't gonna be, you could spit all the dopest bars you want if you just up there monotone. Yeah, I rap the best ever. This,
Right.
like, you know what I'm saying? The crowd ain't gonna be looking at you like, all right, that's cool, but like nigga, you know what I'm saying?
And then if it's a lineup, if it's multiple people at the show, some people you don't want to go after they
Yeah.
perform. Like for instance,
Yeah.
like with Baba Amin and the Koyo, they
You
put on
don't have. You might as well.
they put on a hell of a motherfucking
No,
show.
they got a great live
You
show.
do not want to go after them because niggas be like
RBG Weekend 2016.
Yeah.
They showed. Hey, they had that was a. Hey, them.
I ain't never think I would be that hype off of a country song. I'm
Yeah.
saying,
No, they be
like,
doing that thing, man.
like
They be
I'm
doing
really
that thing.
bucking and bucking off a country song, like for real, jumping around for real off a country song, talking about we are gods, and I'm just like,
Hey, you know who else had a good performance? That AR-15, Corey the Cop.
Yeah,
No,
him
for real,
and his brother Torben.
That was my first introduction to them. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't know nothing about that. You know what I'm saying?
Some people meant for the stage.
No,
you know
he can rap. You know what I'm saying? He give
Yeah,
a good show.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He can't fuck with me, but you know that's whole something else.
What's the name too? Tahir RBG too.
He give a good show too.
He
They shot a video that year.
Tahir put on
Fly High video, I think.
Yeah. But you know what I find interesting in these days of time with the newer artists is that it seems like I guess it's the audience these days. The audience don't really care too much about MCing. It's like they be more into like choreography. They be just, they just be more into different like antics more so than just like actually MCing and moving the crowd. Is they want to see some type of antics, or they'll be hype if they just bring somebody out that has a name or something like that. And it's not a lot of just actually controlling the crowd, because if you think about it, it's a lot of stuff that be happening at these events that was different back in the day, where like the person with the microphone could really control the crowd, like get people to get hype or calm them down.
Man,
artists these days don't have that type of skill anymore. To me,
they don't know how to control the room. That's called controlling the room. Yeah,
and you're right about the new artists. I went to a concert and NLE Chopper was there, and the crowd got hyped when that nigga started shaking his dreads. And nigga wasn't jamming or nothing.
That's like Sada Baby. You know what I'm saying? His whole thing when you get on stage and get to doing that shit, you know what I'm saying? The whole crowd get hyped and get going crazy and all that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then everybody
said, it's all about how you deliver. Wiz Khalifa has crazy crowd control, and Wiz Khalifa ain't up there doing all of that. It's about the actual MC,
Khalifa got a vibe by himself anyway, though. Yeah. I remember when I was, man, see, my mama, man, she shout out to my mama, man. She knew that I love hip hop. So she would get me concert tickets when I was young, like little. You know what I'm saying? I would go to the Fresh Fest tour. You know what I'm saying? I remember Big Daddy Kane came out in the bathtub. Slick Rick came out in the throne. LL pulled up in a Ferrari. Public Enemy had a whole militant show. You know what I'm saying? The shit was just NWA had a whole jailhouse.
I would have fanned out.
It was NWA.
I be talking about people falling out and acting crazy because of celebrity. If I seen it, I just would have been like, "Oh my god!"
I was a young nigga. I probably did.
But that was my first concert experience was like at the state fairgrounds. They usually have like the free concerts or whatever. Well, they really weren't free, but if you at the state fair, certain parts where you could see it, you ain't got to go in and pay. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all was tailgating at the concert.
I mean, the concert is inside the state fair, so it's a carnival going around. You know what I'm saying? Then they got parts where you can walk up and look down into the stadium and shit like that. The first concert I think I remember was like they had Trina there. Then they had who they had that was rapping a dude rapping back in the day. It was somebody I can't remember, but I remember Trina had a nice live show. You know what I'm
I know.
saying?
I know. I think it was back in '95, back at the State Fairgrounds. They still talk about this concert to this day. It was Biggie, it was the Loonies, it was Bone Thugs, and there was some more motherfuckers. But just them 3 acts right there. You know what I'm saying?
That's a dope lineup.
I was
That's
in
a dope
middle school.
ass lineup.
I was in middle school. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
that
I
was
was
one
a
of the
baby.
first shows I seen.
I was 9 years old.
Yeah, I was 8th, 9th grade, some shit like that. So that was one of the first concerts I went to. And then after that, it was like Hard Knock Life tour. You know what I'm saying? The Cash Money tour when they first, the Hot Boys tour. So it was some of my first.
Yeah, I used to go to summer jams, but they used to be mainly Detroit artists back in the day until recently they started having the bigger artists come in. I remember seeing Rock Bottom, Blade, Cheddar Boys, all of them. You know, I just seen them perform million times.
Nigga, it was a concert came to Fort Worth. Check out this lineup. It was Chubb Rock, Gangstar, EPMD, and DJ Quick, nigga. They had the Stockyards, right? Stockyards, if you familiar with Stockyards, it's like some real country bumpkin bullshit out here in Fort Worth. Like stock, nigga, cattle stock,
And
right?
I love the stockyards because I get to wear my little shorts and my cowboy boots.
Yeah, so that's when the gang banging was tough in Fort Worth, and Quick came out performed, and niggas was throwing gang signs at the nigga and shit. It was just doing it just like Compton shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shit, wow, man.
Let me ask y'all this, and this may be a little off the subject, but if what I'm thinking is true, it'll make sense. If I tie it all in, do artists these days actually have a DJ? You remember, like back in the day, like artists had it was their DJ. They had a DJ.
Mm-hmm.
Do artists have like? Is their DJ? You get what I'm saying? Like,
I think they have. I think they have
not
certain,
just like a club appointed DJ.
they have certain DJs that they feel comfortable with when they go on tour.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but as far as
tour
Rob
DJ,
Bass and DJ Easy Rock, nah, it ain't
Okay,
nothing.
so when they having a concert, it is actually their DJ.
Well, it's the DJ that they hire.
Yes.
The hire, but it's not a random DJ. It could be a random
No, I
DJ.
think most artists have a road DJ though.
Yeah,
they're not using a different DJ every city. They're gonna use the same DJ for the whole tour for the most part.
Okay, because I was gonna say I was about to say like maybe that probably has something to do with them not being the greatest MCs because they have like random DJs or something. But y'all said it's
and you can tell the difference when I went to the Juvenile Mystical concert a couple years ago. Mystical had KLC. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he was going on tour with him.
Yeah, that's like
show too.
Yeah, that's like Snoop. He be having Battle Cat. And Battle Cat, shit, that's one of the top DJs in the hip hop history. Yeah, in the world, pretty much. And shit, going to see that nigga live with Battle Cat. That's the shit.
We have a guest in the building.
Yo.
What's up, Richie Carlisle?
Richie Carlisle.
What's up, y'all? How y'all doing?
What's the deal?
What's up, y'all?
What's up, Rich?
What up, bro?
Yeah, man. Just eating some dinner, man. You know, about to lay it down, but I had to check in with y'all.
What you eat? Some noodles, some ramen noodles?
Yeah. Nah, man, spaghetti.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you eat some noodles, you gotta put you some eggs and crackers in it.
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah, we get fancy with the ramen around here, man. But just spaghetti tonight, y'all.
Okay.
What's up with it, bro?
I'm glad he chimed in though, dude. That's crazy because dude give a great live show too.
Okay, you know, tell us about it, Rich.
Yeah.
Man, you know, like a couple months ago, we went to Detroit. You know, a bunch of Cleveland artists went up there with some Detroit artists, and we did our thing. The Caps was rocking with us, man. It's just the energy, you know what I mean, that you get when people is rocking with you and when you know your stuff. Like toward the end of the performance, like the music cut off, and me and my man Vigatron, we just worked that shit on out, man, and niggas was loving it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, but it's a great debate right now, you know, with MCs and artists, you know, if you want to perform over your music or not. To me, it doesn't matter. It just depends on the situation. You know what I'm saying? But I could do either. You got, you know, older cats that's like, don't do it. That shit whack. That shit janky. But sometimes if you're working with a new DJ and you don't know if the microphones is going to work right and shit like that, you got to have a backup. Because if not, they'll fuck your whole show up.
Yeah, I don't mind rapping on my
also,
shit.
if you don't have a hype man and you up there by yourself, you ain't got nobody on the stage with you. I mean, that track playing in the back, it comes in handy, and they just got to make sure the sound is right, because it works out if the sound is right, long as the track ain't overpowering the mic volume.
Yeah, you got to have your ad libs on your performance track, but people do different things, man. I've did both. Depending on how I feel in the venue, man. I prefer to not do it, with the music, because, that's the hip hop purist. But if it's like a last minute joint, then fuck it, y'all gonna catch these tracks.
Yeah.
I like to rap over my verses because I don't remember the shit. I ask anybody, ask Bob and them Big said, nigga, they gotta be up there with me, nigga. My mind fucked up bad, man. You're in the drug seats.
But it's an art with that too.
Over words and the track was playing.
You're right.
I'm looking around like
it's cats that like don't even like rap their verses, but they whole stage performance and aura. You know what I'm saying? It's I just seen it to where cats wouldn't even say they shit, but they'd do the chorus and shit and rock the crowd with just their movements and things of that sort. I mean, Rakim said move the crowd. He didn't specify how you did the shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So however you gonna rock the crowd, man, rock that shit. I personally don't care, but there's cats on both sides of that debate though.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this, since you've been on tour, you go on tour with a bunch of different artists, so you see a bunch of different artists perform and you perform yourself. So do you see the difference in when you got somebody that don't really bring that energy? You know what I'm saying? But they might be spitting something, but they ain't really bringing that energy and really rocking the crowd. Do you see the difference in the crowd?
Yeah, because like sometimes people just be actually be mouthing they shit or just going through the motions. You know what I'm saying? And then they lose the crowd. Whereas somebody that know their stuff, with or without the vocals, man, it's just the difference in the call and response. That stuff still work. You know what I'm saying? So I implement that in my show and in my rehearsals. You know what I'm saying? I figure out different things to say. It could be some shit that's simple. It could be just something personal or just something funny or silly. It don't really matter. Your main thing is that you just engage the crowd, how to rock them with you. Once they say, like, you be like, man, look, you got money in your pocket? Yeah. Then like, okay, cool, they're gonna listen. Or like I said some shit like, like when I was with a younger crowd, I was like, if you find a bag of weed on the floor, motherfucker, what the fuck are you gonna do? I'm in the crowd with a bunch of millennials. They're like, I don't know. They was like,
I'm trying to find who's it is.
I'm like, man, you know what? I'm gonna have to switch that whole shit up. They didn't even get that shit.
You're gonna find a bag of perks.
Oh, leave that shit on the ground, nigga. I'm cool with that shit.
They would have said, but see, they would have said, pick that shit up.
Right. That'd be that's the thing. That's the thing. But it's just you gotta really, think about that as an artist. No matter what, you gotta get them to engage with you. If you get them to engage with you, then it's easy. So it's just the difference when you're rocking in front of a bunch of artists versus like a real crowd. A real crowd, it's like, man.
Who was your favorite artist performance?
I would say between Dougie Fresh and Biggie.
Okay.
Hold up. It's a three-way tie between Dougie Fresh, Biggie, and Ice Cube.
And who was your worst? Who was you most disappointed in?
Total
the group?
What about a hip-hop artist?
Y'all might get mad at this one, but I was disappointed when I saw Ghostface Killer.
Oh, I don't blame you.
Yeah,
I was disappointed. He came to the city. Killer Priest rocked that shit though.
KP.
Killer Priest rocked that shit.
He the same king.
Rock that shit.
It though, man. Y'all niggas be sleep on Killer Priest, man. He be rocking some shit.
No, I said Killer rocked that, man. He killed the game.
Nah, I ain't talking.
It's cats up here that like were Killer Priest, man. But like once you get past Capadonna, it's like,
Shit,
man. That's what's up, man. Well, shit, man. Anybody got any more questions?
Oh yeah, I got one more question. Hey, so you've been rocking for a minute. So do you still get nervous every time you go out there, or is it just sometimes? Do it depend on the crowd? You know what I'm saying? Or do you just not get nervous at all?
Could you repeat that? I didn't catch it, bro.
I said, do you still get nervous when you go out there, or do it depend on the crowd, or you know what I'm saying, or do you just not get nervous at all?
Sometimes, sometimes if I didn't have a real good rehearsal that week, then I'm just, like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Or if it's a real big crowd.
Right.
The funny thing is, like, the first couple times I was mad nervous by jumping back out here and shit. But now the bigger the crowd, the more hype I get. It's like, nigga, I see food. You know what I mean? It's like, ooh, we about to eat now. You know what I'm saying? Versus if it's like a small crowd, I get irritated. I'm like, all right, let's go do this shit. Fuck it. Let's just, try something else. You know what I'm saying? But if it's a big crowd, then it's an energizing thing.
Yeah.
Do you get? I'm gonna ask you this because I experienced this where I would be more comfortable in larger crowds than a small setting, because with a larger crowd it made me feel like, okay, it's like I can't really see them and everybody can't really see me, so I felt a little bit more comfortable versus like a smaller crowd. It's like all eyes are actually on me and I could see everybody. So it really worked my nerves. Is that something that makes you a little bit more comfortable with larger crowds?
Yeah, larger crowds is dope, especially if it's a hype, situation. You know what I'm saying? Small crowds is like, I mean, again, as I get irritated if it's a smaller crowd. So I'm just like, damn, all right, man, let me go ahead and just get through this shit. You know what? Let me try this new joint that I'm not really all the way comfortable with, but let me work it out. It's like, the smaller the crowd, the more experimental I get.
That's what's up.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
But it isn't. But in a sense, isn't that somewhat of a disregard of the crowd? Because
no,
I'm gonna be honest with you. Sometimes artists, they will, if they won't actually give their 110% because the crowd
that's
is
not what I'm
smaller.
saying. If it's like less people, then it's like, you know what? Let me go ahead. I want to do this. I don't know how it's gonna go, but let me try it out. It's not like, well, let me just give them anything. It's like, you know what? I've been wanting to rock this. Let me see how it go. Because every performance is, it's it can go good, it can go bad, it can go, either. It doesn't really matter. Because
it's funny you brought that up. On me cut you out. It's funny you brought that up, DH, because when we brought Dead Prayers down here for that year, you was down here, Brother Truth. Yeah. I ain't like how them niggas played us at the concert. I felt like them niggas kind of played us small.
Oh yeah, what happened? They ain't bring that energy.
No, you gotta have energy. The energy's there regardless. It's like, you know what? I'm like, let me try this shit, but the energy is there, especially if the crowd paid. If the crowd paid, you're gonna, because you're a professional, you gotta rock the spot. And if you have pride in your craft, you're just not gonna just. It's like, man, damn. Okay, let me try this shit. Let me rock this shit the best way that I can. And, for whoever's there, it's dope. Like, a lot of opportunities come from those small crowds, man.
Yeah.
A lot of great opportunities come because you may have, like, people that's in the industry that's peeping you. Damn, he rocking. Let me get him for the next joint. Let me get him him or her a bigger plate. Because they're actually there to listen to what you're saying. Whereas if you got, like, a really large crowd and you spitting, depending on the sound quality, you'll rock that shit, but
yeah, that's true.
That's the thing. So you still gotta show up to work, man. You gotta bring your tool. You gotta still do your thing. It's just, with less people, you can try different shit. It's like, okay, it's like you a chef and shit, and you're not gonna try a new dish in front of a packed house on a Saturday night where everybody got their dates out and shit. You're gonna do a new dish on like a Monday or a Tuesday or some shit. When it's kind of slow.
Dropping bars.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You go, okay, let's see what's up. Let's see how that go. You're gonna, see what's up. You know what I mean? If it work, cool. If it don't, or if it work but not the way you want to, then you could doctor it up. You know what I'm saying? The next day.
For sure.
So that's, I didn't want to get that confused.
For sure.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for jumping on here. We really appreciate it. I know you gotta head on to bed. It's early. Well, I
gotta go to this other station, man. They playing some videos and shit. So yeah, man, I appreciate the time and the space on the platform for sure, man. I appreciate y'all.
Have a good one. Yeah, he had some very interesting points. I really like his perspective. I'm glad that somebody that is actually a performer jumped on and gave their input or whatever. That was dope. But we need to get into
scared out there. Come on in, man.
I seen Bo Money. What did Bo Money say?
Bo Money said whether 6 or 600, I'm bringing the heat. He said I rocked a crowd of like 6 folks in Little Rock as Nora.
Hey, you know what's funny? Man, he came. Bo Money United Front came to RBG weekend 2015, and we performed. We did a song, man, and that was one of my worst performances ever. Because Kyrie, my wife, because I was nervous because there was a lot of people, man. You know what I'm saying? She was like, and it was the debut of my album and shit. She was like, "Why don't you take this edible? That'll calm your nerves." There was one of the Big Said cookies. If anybody knows, Said got some famous Big Said cookies. Man, I ate that motherfucker, man. And it's a picture that's floating around, and me and Bo Money up there performing. He's looking at me like this. Cause nigga, I was up there, nigga. I was lit, nigga. I was forgetting the words. It was a horrible performance, my nigga. Shout out to Bo Money, man.
Yes, indeed. But that's what's up. But we need to jump into some of these trending topics that's been going on out here. Before we jump into the trendy topics, we do have a hip hop trivia question that we want you guys to try and answer, and we will reveal the answer to the trivia question at the end of the show. This week's hip hop trivia question is: what was Mozzie's first rap name? Y'all go ahead and try to answer that. Yeah. But anyway, y'all
kept a little more recent this time with the trivia.
Yes,
you know what
yes, indeed. So anyway, y'all, I wanted to talk to y'all about this Funk Flex and Conway beef that's going on.
I've seen that.
So if y'all don't know, Funk Flex had responded to Conway the Machine about saying something about getting Flex out of the way. So Flex said, "So let's begin. You're managed by Rock Nation's Jay-Z, signed to Shady Records, Eminem, distributed by Interscope, major label. You and your team have had a feature from Jay-Z, Eminem, Lil Wayne, J. Cole, Jadakiss, Travis Scott, French Montana, and more. Wasn't you on Kanye Donda album? I'm gonna give you the advice Paul Rosenberg should have gave you. You're a 40+ bars rapper, sorry lyricist that has had every resource possible. If you are not happy with your career as of today, with all them cosigns, I think you have peaked, my guy. What you think? You're only gonna take this as disrespect because truth might be a bit too much for you. Signed, Grandpa Wheelchair Bandit, Warm Milk General. I might need a podcast. What y'all think?"
Fuck, man, Flex blazed that nigga. And nigga he knocked that boy face straight.
Yeah, damn. Say knock him straight.
Yeah, man. I mean, I don't see why. I mean, I guess I can kind of see why Conway would feel some type of way because because all the stuff you just named, right? And he's saying like, with all of that, you still don't play our records. You know what I'm saying? You still don't play Griselda records on your show or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like how you don't play us. And at the time they had their run. They was kind of, I ain't gonna say the hottest, but they had the attention on them. They was getting play. How you don't play them in New York on the radio? I can see why he feels some type of way about that. You know what I'm saying? Plus, Flex is a cornball. You're right.
Did all that with no radio.
Flex is a cornball.
Let the principal step in and address this. You know, I love this New York beef shit. See, this is classic. This is the classic New York split, right? There's always been this split of authentic, keep it certain way versus those who feel like they keeping it authentic with the radio, with the live, you know, Funk Flex. He's part of that old hype party, DJing some original hip hop shit. Conway and them, they come with their shit, man. So it's really, I keep telling y'all, man, borough niggas don't really fuck with upstate niggas like that.
Oh yeah,
and upstate niggas know that shit because I remember on an interview, they was interviewing Conway, right? And they was like introducing Conway from New York City. That nigga said, "I ain't from New York, nigga, I'm from Buffalo." You know what I'm saying? So it's always been a kind of distinct separation of the two. Yeah. Now, I don't like Funk Master Flex. I think he's a mark ass nigga. I think he's a cornball. I think he's a hater. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
But it's not a good look for Conway to be whining like that to me. Like you still crying. Nigga, y'all did some amazing shit. Y'all kept a certain authentic sound, brought that shit to the forefront, became rich and successful. You got a hell of a following. Why are you still crying? You don't need Funk Master Flex to play you on the radio.
That's true.
Stay with what you got, bro. But roll with it, my nigga. I would.
Hey, and then speaking of that, and then speaking of this show's topic, today's topic, they do a lot of shows. They do a lot of shows on the road. They touring basically all year round. That's probably how they get most of their money. Griselda, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you know what I'm saying? Like you said, he shouldn't even say nothing. But I don't know what he said in the first place to even make a.
Yeah, I didn't see what he said.
The nigga saying Flex don't play. He's saying New York radio need to start back playing certain New York sound, underground New York shit, and stop playing shit from everywhere else.
Damn, and then Flex went off like that. Hey, that's crazy.
Yeah,
but that's Flex. That's his build. That's how he always been.
Like,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think he had said specifically that Funk Flex don't play their music, or somewhere to that effect. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
but see, even that might be true, but Flex always be having niggas on his show doing his little freestyles. One Conway on there before.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So you know what I mean. He still be throwing his little looks. You know what I'm saying. Even though he might not play it on the play their shit on the radio, he still be trying to look out. Right. You know what I'm saying. That's probably got more so to do with politics on the radio. Why he, you know what I mean? Why he ain't playing this shit.
Me loving the radio ain't what fuck the radio anyway. Fuck the radio, right. My nigga. Niggas don't need the radio.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Bo Money say Funk Flex used to spin at the tunnel. He fronted on Griselda, and then he also say, "Nah, it started because Flex was fronting on them when they was up there freestyling. He was obviously hating."
City niggas don't like upstate chicks. We know.
Yeah, but that's been a thing forever with New York. Like upstate, it's like you have
that in the joint.
You know, it's always been a thing.
I seen that.
Yeah. Facts.
Mm-hmm.
But nah, I'm gonna tell y'all something that was funny to me though. I got the video. I gotta play this. Gilly the Kid and Rick Ross then got into it, right?
That's been funny.
Hey, I gotta play it because I need this chuckle.
That's been funny.
But we gonna dive into what's this all about because I just got bits and pieces. But if y'all haven't heard this roast that Gilly the Kid did of Rick Ross, I'm gonna play it right here.
That shit was funny, dog.
Tell you this one time, Ross. You better stop fucking playing with me, man. You hear me? And mind your fucking business, man. Because you went on a nigga Instagram page commenting about me, calling me out my name, my nigga, for no motherfucking reason at all. This how this shit started. So I'm gonna tell you again, man, leave me the fuck alone, man. I see your little funky ass video. I spend more money on my cow's hooves than you spend on your wife. You probably right, nigga. Cause I ain't bought her, I caught her, nigga. She fuck with me because who I'm blessed to be, not because I bless her with a fee. But ain't you the nigga that said, I put Molly all in her drink and she ain't even know it. Goddamn Ricky Raper, bitch. Huh? Stop talking about money, man. Cause money don't unlame a lame, nigga. There's a lot of suck-ass niggas out here with money and you on the list. Matter of fact, you the captain of the Suckers with Money Association of America, nigga. And we ain't impressed. So mind your business. Because that's your problem. You're always minding niggas' business. You was minding Birdman business some years back when you was running around talking about, give Khaled the money you owe him. Well, you give Meek the money you owe him, nigga. Because you got him in a 1914 slave deal. A Harriet Tubman joint that he signed when he was 19 and now he's 35. I thought you said, a boss is one that guarantee we gon' eat. Well, why you ain't renegotiating with a real nigga? Thank God he fucking with them white boys. He fucking around, be broke, busted, and disgusted fucking with you. He's a hell of a businessman, though. Salute to you, Meek. But stop talking about money, man. And stop pushing that Bel Air on niggas, because they don't drink that shit no more. I got the ice electric blue bottle, and I got the lime green bottle that float in the air like Aladdin's carpet. We don't give a fuck. We don't want it, man. Niggas don't drink that shit, man. And slow up on them goddamn lemon peppers because you're about a 6-piece away from a heart attack, nigga. Leave me the fuck alone. I'm telling you, this ain't what you want like Lil Durk first single, nigga. You better leave me alone. And one thing about me, I'm not no hater. I salute you. Your crib is immaculate, nigga. I'm talking about your crib is one of one, nigga. Unbelievable. But the whole Atlanta know you live dead smack in the hood, nigga. Right off Old National. 2 blocks away from the blackest Walmart in the state. You ain't had a good night's sleep since you moved in that motherfucker. You know how them niggas in Atlanta breaking houses. You worrying about them niggas jumping your wall every night, nigga. And I get that raggedy ass cow to Labor Day before them niggas hop the wall and steal that motherfucker. Be riding all down Old National. Beef ribs for the hood. Fuck is wrong with you, man? Leave me the fuck alone, man. I'm not the nigga that you want to play with, Ross. You hear me? Yeah, CEO / drug dealer kingpin. Remember, we was on the same record label together, Teflon. Remember that? When you used to go to work, you tell niggas to lock it in. Then you come home, you change your uniform, you put your hat on backwards, and then you go in the studio and be a drug dealer kingpin rapper. Oh. Leave me the fuck alone, man. This ain't what you want.
Hey, I didn't even see the end. That was my first time seeing the end, though. That was my first time seeing the end. That's funny.
That nigga funny as hell, man.
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
Of course.
Okay, check it out. Now, I like Gilly now. Like the last year and a half, I started liking Gilly. Like I get him now. I understand what type of nigga he is. Before that, I didn't like the nigga. I felt like he was a hater. And this reminds me of why I didn't like the nigga. And I'm gonna tell y'all why. This shit started from an Instagram post or a Twitter post that Mac Main. Mac Main is part of Young Money, right. Cash Money. Mm-hmm. And you know, Gilly be saying certain shit about his situation with them niggas, you know? Right. So Mac Main says something like, Gilly, nigga, you or something. He talk bad about the nigga. And Rick Ross commented was like, yeah, that nigga a fraud or something. So this is where the shit come from. So Gilly responded, but see, Gilly seemed like a bitter nigga to me, because first the nigga was like, well, I the one wrote for Lil Wayne and I didn't get my money. That nigga always been whining and crying, and it just seemed like some whining and crying shit that he made funny. The shit is funny. You can't house size a nigga, you know, but it just, to me, the nigga come across as a hating ass nigga to me, and them niggas know that shit that he fucked with. Mac Main, them know that shit, bro. So I'm just putting shit in context and the whole situation, my nigga. Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, that nigga hit Rick Ross on some shit that nigga can't come back from. Yeah, nigga did a lot of sucker shit. You know what I'm saying? But still, I'm rolling with the boss on this one, man. Oh.
Well, let me ask you this though. Considering the context, how is Gilly wrong for his response? If Mac Main made the post, and then here come Rick Ross with the cosign talking about the man is a fraud, where you come from out of nowhere, you know what I'm saying, calling the man a fraud, and then he just went live on him. So how is it?
Hey, you can't. I said that nigga hit Ross from shit he can't come back from.
But you said that.
But I'm just saying, as far as the context of
why you didn't like Gilly, I don't see how that made.
As far as the context of like talking about money, success, and shit like that, that nigga always been on the opposite side of that shit, because he felt like he got slighted with the Cash Money and Baby shit. You know what I'm saying? And niggas, and remember when he had Whack 100 on there, Whack was like, baby, a good nigga back, baby got money. Money don't mean nothing. Nigga, that's because you on the other side of that shit. It's always a different perspective when you're on the other side. You know what I'm saying? He felt like this is where you're fraud at.
But see, that's where you're
fraud at. If he would have blew up and like he thought he should have, he wouldn't even be saying this shit.
But
he'd be just with them niggas. He'd be with Lil Wayne them if he would have got the credit that he deserved.
If they're using it as a talking point, then it makes sense for him to say
but
that.
We don't know, but we don't know what Gilly got. We don't know if Gilly broke. You know what I'm saying? He
I'm sure he's not broke now. He's not broke now. But
I'm just saying in general, shit, he done always had a deal. He always was writing. You know what I'm saying?
But the nigga always was whining about stuff. If he had what he thought he had, he wouldn't have been whining about it.
Hell, I'd be crying too.
I ain't never heard him say nothing about no money.
Nah, he said something.
Yeah, he said something about, you know, he be saying shit all the time about.
I heard him say something about a nigga owing him money. I don't think that he feel like, I mean, just from my perspective, I don't think the nigga like, oh, I should have this or have that. He just like, nigga, give me. If a nigga owe me something, you gotta pay that. If a nigga I did work or did something for you and you ain't pay me my money, ain't nothing wrong with a nigga saying.
I ain't saying it was nothing wrong with it. I ain't saying nothing wrong with wanting your money, brother. Right. I'm just saying you don't.
No, I'm just saying throughout the years, I never heard Gilly say nothing like, because I fuck with Gilly. Like I fuck with Gilly. I've been watching Gilly.
Fuck with Gilly and Wallow. I like that shit.
Saying, since back in the day when he went to Cassidy Block and all that type of shit on the DVDs and all that shit. So like I've been, you know what I'm saying, fucking with Gilly little movement or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna even say little movement, but it's movement.
Well, I do agree with Gilly. Money don't unlame a lane.
That's right.
No, for sure. Hey, both of them. This is my thought. Both of them niggas, you know what I'm saying, got some hell of a, you know what I mean, strikes against them. You know what I'm saying. So, in my eyes, you know what I mean. So they both, you know, just going at each other. The shit funny. You know what I'm saying. It was just like when Ross and 50 Cent. Yeah, it was just like with Ross and 50 Cent. You know what I'm saying. When them niggas was going at it. You know what I mean. So somebody always going at Ross. Yeah. You know what I'm saying.
I ain't never heard nothing bad about Gilly though. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna even say. Only thing I heard was the rumor about when him and Beanie Siegel got into it, but then that got cleared up where Beanie Siegel said that he ain't you know what I'm saying, hit that. The nigga is a goofy nigga, like funny, you know that type of shit. Like I can see
if I'm your ghostwriter, right? And you make me mad, and I'll be like, that's why, and tell everybody, that's why I wrote your rhymes, nigga. That's some whole shit to me.
Yeah.
That's a strike against Gilly.
And then, I mean, I don't know, maybe it's some paperwork involved or whatever, but he ain't never produced what the fuck he wrote. What did he write for Lil Wayne? People been asking that shit forever.
And if he that cold, nigga, why didn't translate your own career?
He said he got blackballed.
I don't doubt it. Maybe so, but you know what I mean? Like I said, what did he write for? what did he write for Wayne? That's something I always want to know. I always want to know that. But you know, maybe it's some legal shit, you know what I'm saying, where you know niggas got paperwork, shit like that.
Oh, Bo Money said I fuck with Wallow. Gilly goofy to me. I'm gonna tell you the truth. When I started first watching $1 Million Worth of Game, I thought Wallow was the goofy cornball ass nigga. Which I'm not gonna sit here and say like Gilly is a cornball, but you know, like the goofy one. You know, I actually thought Wallow was at first, but as I listened more and more to it, it's like actually Gilly is more goofy acting than Wallow is.
Right. Right. Yeah, right. And it's not necessarily a bad thing. I like that goofiness. You know what I'm saying? It's light, it's funny. You know what I'm saying? And they don't
got numbers.
Yeah, it got numbers. They don't take shit personal. You know what I'm saying? They talk crazy about you. I like this shit though.
Hey, the motherfuckers doing their thing. I definitely
music trash.
Yeah, I definitely salute both of them. You know what I'm saying? They doing their thing. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Bo Money, that's like your boy Jadakiss. That nigga rap, but that nigga music trash.
He just don't make good albums.
That's what I'm saying.
I ain't gonna say Jadakiss music trash, but he don't make the album.
You know what I'm saying, man. I gotta put some hot sauce on it, man.
No, I know, yeah, you know what I'm saying. I fuck with Jada. Jada was my favorite rapper.
Hey, and I'm gonna get on you niggas' ass too. Ain't nobody saying nothing about that bullshit Black Thought just put out with Mighty Mouse or Danger Mouse.
I ain't even heard it.
Pure trash, my nigga. Again,
Black Thought ain't nobody who I'm going to look for.
The whole album.
We can't keep making excuses for this nigga, man.
Freeway, my favorite Philadelphia rapper.
We know, nigga.
Yeah,
we know.
Ooh.
Hey, so circling back to Funk Flex, he stayed into something. Then he called out Pete Rock about having paperwork.
He ain't produced it yet, I don't think.
See, Pete Rock is the prime example, like with Rick Ross. Nigga, mind your business. He hopped in.
But when it Funk Flex, the one called Pete Rock out though.
Nah. Pete
That's
Rock.
what I was wondering.
Pete Rock hopped in on the conversation. Was like, yeah. He jumped on Conway nuts and started throwing that Funk Flex. Yeah, so Funk Flex was like, nigga, shut your whole ass up. See, I'm following niggas on Instagram. I've always thought Pete Rock was a hater to me because he was hating on the RZA versus Premier verses because he felt like he got left out the shit. You know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, Pete Rock, he's a talented producer. He done put out some major shit. But nigga, you ain't done that like Funk Flex said. Nigga, what you done lately? Nigga, you ain't put out shit, nigga. Ain't nobody checking for no Pete Rock.
Nothing notable, you know what I'm saying? He's still working, but he ain't put out nothing notable. He fucking with niggas
like
him and
Smoke
Dizza and shit like
together?
that. I think they did.
Probably.
Yeah, when him and no, you know what? I think it was him and Cannabis. Him and Cannabis had to put out the trash ass out.
There you have it.
Because I think Funk Flex said that to Conway. He was like, "You working with Pete Rock and he got paperwork on him, blah blah blah, some shit."
Oh yeah.
Like, why it seemed like for Pete Rock and Cannabis to get together to do an album, like they just decided to just like, hey, let's get together and just waste our fucking time. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, losers connect with losers. Nah, I'm just playing. Them niggas not losers. Them niggas winners in life.
But it's like they really had time today. You hear me? Like, ain't
nobody trying to hear no goddamn Cannabis and Pete Rock.
Like, what the fuck?
That's
but then the paperwork thing. Funk Flex said this nigga had paperwork. I mean, had said some shit about CL Smooth. Like, damn.
And the cold
that's
thing
why they
about
weren't
it.
Cool no more.
And when Funk Master Flex posted it, guess who liked it? CL Smooth.
What? I didn't know that.
Oh wow.
Damn.
That's crazy, man. These folks better quit playing time about paperwork.
And these niggas old as hell too.
They don't really end up well. I feel like if somebody gonna say somebody got some paperwork on them, then they need to show it.
Yeah, that'd be my thing, nigga. Then shit. Nowadays, niggas be manipulating that paperwork for real.
Yeah, for real.
Now I think about it, the first rap I ever wrote was to Pete Rock's "Shut 'Em Down" remix, Public Enemy "Shut 'Em Down" remix. Shout out Pete Rock, my bad, my nigga.
Now you want to make a mean?
He had the instrumental on the Public Enemy shit, the "Shut 'Em Down" remix. That's the first time I wrote a rap, my nigga. Shout out Pete Rock. My bad, bro. Talented ass nigga.
He ain't accepting your apology. He ain't accepting apologies today. Fuck out of here, Supreme Rock. But did y'all watch that Kevin Gates interview with Carisha, Young Miami on Carisha, please?
One of the best interviews I've ever watched in my one of the most entertaining interviews I've ever watched in my life. If you want to smoke a blunt and you want to motherfucking laugh and be in shock, you gotta watch that video.
Watch that.
Man, y'all gotta watch it, my nigga. Y'all gotta put your Kevin Byers weirdo, Kevin Byers, Kevin Gates weirdo bias. You gotta put that shit aside, man. The shit is a good ass interview, man. And she's a great interviewer too, by the way.
Yeah, Carisha,
I ain't tripping on
that. Because even though it was moments in that interview where I could tell that she was a little uncomfortable, or not so much uncomfortable, but like shocked, like this nigga really said that, how I come back, you know. But she always recovered. And the thing is, that poker face that he has, where he could look you dead in the eyes and say the most shocking stuff in the world, and got that poker face. She got that same thing where she could just, like, knowing you just done said some silly shit and she keep her face together, you know. I think her show is going to be one of the biggest shows on
Definitely. Hey, she
got some good guests, and then the thing is she's just herself.
Right.
Yeah, she just herself. I love that show. After that first interview she did with Diddy, I was just like, when is the next episode coming? Like, that's one that I got my notification bell on.
The shit was like watching porn. That's how vivid the shit was.
Yeah, it was like if they was describing it, or whatever.
That nigga Kevin Gates, she asked that nigga, she say, so you really fucked your cousin? That nigga said, hell yeah. That nigga say, he said he met this chick and they started fucking around. He said it was great. Like, he said it was so good, it was going so good, he took her to meet his grandmama. So his grandma looking at her and asking her, where you from, who your people? She pulled this nigga aside. I was like, nigga, that's your folks. And so Carisha was like, so you wasn't gonna stop? You talking about it's too late now?
Yeah, but you know what? I'm gonna tell you, as crazy as it sound about that cousin thing, when you from the country, you from down south, the thing is, and you live in certain neighborhoods or whatever, you don't even be knowing these folks. It be like your 6, 7 cousin, and you don't know their mama, daddy, or nothing like that. You don't know, these folks got all different last names and everything. So it is something that can accidentally happen, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. Because I remember I had a boyfriend.
You find out, you be like,
people was hating on me though, like older people was hating on me, because sometimes I was like, is y'all acting like them bitches that be acting when a nigga try to talk to you, and then they be like, girl, he tried to talk to me too. Me, I don't give a fuck. Bitch, y'all talk to each other. If y'all can talk to each other, he up for grabs. You get what I'm saying? Like, don't tell me, because like, if you curve the nigga, he free game. I don't give a fuck who you are. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like them older people sometimes will be just like doing that little stuff too, and be, oh, that's your cousin. And it be like, what? You know, I've had that happen to me. I hadn't slept with a guy or anything like that. We were so much younger. Like, we was real young. I don't even think we had hit puberty at this point. I had a little boyfriend, and that's your cousin. And it was another little boy. So I got to break up with him. Then I had done chose another cousin. I'm like, who ain't my good folks around here? You get what I'm saying? If everybody my cousin, then there's something wrong with y'all ass. Man. It was something y'all was doing back in the day that y'all shouldn't be doing for the whole city to be related to each other. What's really good?
Right.
But I'm gonna tell you a part that disgusted.
Check it out. I ain't seen that shit.
In his interview, when he was talking about, it just made me wanna, like, it dried my pussy up when he was talking about having sex and what he'll do, and he wanna spit on her and all this. I'm just like, Kevin Gates, stop it. It was so disgusting.
Weirdo,
I wasn't even impressed about him talking about eating ass after that point. I was like, damn, it would sound good if a nigga talking about sticking a tongue in the ass and twisting that bitch if he said it differently. I'm like, he made me scared. Keep your tongue in your mouth. I don't want none of that. I'm like, you done scared the entire fuck out of me. I'm like,
Kevin Gates on a whole nother level.
I started rethinking my whole life. I was like, I'm gonna be celibate because I don't want to run across a nigga out here like that to do something like that. That's of the devil. That is not of the Lord.
And you can tell that nigga got some split personality disorder type shit. Because the nigga be jumping in and out of shit. Like, he'll be laughing, then he get serious, go, bitch. I'm like, this nigga is crazy.
It's like he have to check himself. He don't want to break his. He'll get comfortable and start really acting like himself, and then once he realize, oh, I done got a little comfortable, he'll snap out of it. You know,
because he kept saying, he was like, I'm too comfortable. He was saying that he too comfortable around her. She makes him talk. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, y'all gotta see that shit, boy. That shit crazy.
But I feel like he got a learning disability too, because if you notice, you remember when she kept saying everything he say, she'll be like, "We need more guys like you," and it was a praise.
He didn't comprehend. He didn't comprehend that
shit. He was taking it as she was taking shots at men, or he was like, "Who hurt you?" And it's like, no, I'm praising you. Like, I like what you're saying. I wish it was more guys like you. Well, who hurt you? One thing about Kevin Gates is this: he will overpower an interview. I've seen it happen so many times. He'll change your damn subject and take you down a path he want to go down. Yeah. Because he has certain talking points that he want to talk about, what he's comfortable with doing. I'm glad that Young Miami was able to control that, and I'm also glad that he was comfortable enough to go down that path with her and talk about things that he's not asked a lot about on other podcast shows when he's having an interview. So it was different. Usually when I watch a Kevin Gates interview, I already know what I'm finna hear, because he say the same stuff on every interview. Even if they don't ask him a question, he gonna flip it
Yeah.
You know, he gonna talk about what he want to talk about, but I appreciate the fact that they were able to have this conversation and just I think the reason why we were so entertained by it, Supreme, was the fact that we was hearing new things from him. So it was just like, damn, this man up for real. You know what I'm saying?
I was in shock at the evolution of interviews. Like, this ain't no Oprah shit no more. You know what I'm saying?
Damn,
like niggas went from watching Oprah to this nigga talking about tongue and ass, and and there's millions of people watching this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit crazy.
But that's the difference. That's the beauty in versus podcast and TV. Because in podcasting you could do that, in TV you can't.
Right. Shit crazy. Now,
and
you really get to know a motherfucker now.
Yeah, you got people that just really being themselves, and to be honest with you, don't nobody want to sit there and listen to somebody talk. You using proper English the whole time, and it's just you trying to be perfect and politically correct. And don't nobody want to hear that.
Yeah.
It'll be uncomfortable to do.
Did y'all see the Jay-Z Kevin Hart shit?
Who? No, not yet. I gotta check it out.
I heard snippets of it. It
was what?
That shit was boring as fuck to me. It was just, nigga, I guess I'm just a sick nigga. I want the other shit now. Let's get down and dirty. I don't want to talk about your wealth building.
Yeah.
your keys to wealth building no more, Jay-Z.
You don't want a nigga to give you a seminar.
Nah, nigga, how you and Beyonce fucking around?
What was y'all doing when she had to let the partition down? You know what I'm saying? What was that about?
And Kevin Hart, you know, they sit there sipping wine and shit on the motherfucker. I'm like, man, what two niggas sip wine? And then they had a black dude serving the wine. Like,
I hate wine.
What? Like he was Jeffrey or something.
No.
The nigga was serving like he was Jeffrey or what's that nigga Bentley Farnsworth, some type shit like that.
The nigga that used to hold the umbrella for Diddy.
Yeah, my nigga, it wasn't no real. It was some rich nigga shit, man. There's some real rich nigga shit. I'm not in that word.
Is it on YouTube or something?
It's on YouTube. It's Kevin Hart. He got a podcast called Heart to Heart.
They supposed to have some brown. You know what I'm saying, with the big ice cube or whatever.
Right. Like my nigga on Skip. What's the nigga named Shannon Sharp? Some cognac and something. These niggas was sitting
back in the gar.
Some tequila.
Like, how it look like? Would you like asking another man, would you like a glass of wine? What the fuck?
Hey, Kai, you want
martini or something?
I think a nigga can drink what they want to drink.
So you came down here, Kai, and I'd be like, man, what you want from the liquor store? Some white or some red wine, my nigga?
I'll be like some red.
Yeah, see, nah. If I go to Detroit, nigga, don't offer me no motherfucking wine, my nigga, because I'm gonna come back and talk bad.
I already know you don't drink wine, but it might be some wine around.
I'm current for nigga drink wine. He can't drink it around me.
Who can't drink wine?
You don't even see.
I'm gonna make sure I drink some wine. Fuck is you talking
I'm gonna get on your ass too, nigga.
No, you can't get on my ass because I'm
gonna get on your ass, wine drinking ass, nigga.
I do. I drink wine. You absolutely right.
What kind of wine you be drinking? Bone Farm.
Hell no. No, I get my shit.
They on that Earl Stevens, though. They on that Earl Stevens.
I get my shit from I fuck with Earl Stevens, and I get my shit from
oh my Lord. This nigga say E41.
Yeah,
that shit cold. That shit strong as hell.
That shit top now.
That shit like 25% alcohol.
Full of himself, be feeling himself on that Taylor Port.
I guess me and Kyrie just niggerish. We get some Amsterdam.
Okay, I'd rather have a power in Booth.
That nigga said Amsterdam.
I'm just saying, my nigga, before I drink some wine, even with my wife, we being romantic or whatever, nigga, we sipping on liquor.
Yeah, it ain't no wrong with wine. I will do a wine.
I'm drinking tequila right now. I'd rather have my tequila and my wine.
I'm assuming you do hookah.
Now,
you sip out you sip
on. Hell no.
It go hand in hand. It go hand in hand, my nigga.
It does not. No, it does not.
That nigga say hookah and wine hand in hand.
I would drink wine with a man, but like men sitting around drinking wine together, it's just a little weird to me. You know what I'm saying? Because if I do like a nice dinner or whatever that pair well with a certain wine, I bring out bring out a wine bottle or whatever, just because of the setting. Right, yeah. You get what I'm saying? But other than that,
I can't even think a wine glass is masculine. That shit feminine in the bitch.
I don't drink wine in a wine glass, though. I drink it in a red cup.
I think you say you straight out the bottom.
I taste a hint of Jennifer with a hint of Russian daffodil. Get the fuck out of here.
That's so vanilla.
Fuck out of here. Ain't nobody sitting around doing that shit.
Yeah, see, I'm fucked up. Bro. That's the picture I get, my nigga. I can't unsee that shit.
You talking about some white shit. Some white
shit. Please, my nigga. Don't drink no wine around me, bro. Don't drink no wine around me, fam.
They go to the vineyard. The vineyard. I said vineyard.
I'm not even gonna feel safe around you, my nigga, if you drink some wine.
And they go to the vineyard talking about, I ain't doing all that, man. We drinking. I know what this wine do.
You drink it out of a red Solo cup.
Hell yeah.
Oh man, you might.
You ain't no real wine drinker. Then you got to get you a nice glass. Break your wrist.
Or I put it in my my Black Love and Black Power cup.
That let you know what type of wine he be drinking. If he got in that red cup, he be on that
Wild Earl Stevens.
He be on it. No, that's Wild Irish Rose in a red cup.
No, Earl Stevens $20 a bottle though. That's
right. That's cheap.
Don't sleep. Shit.
I mean,
no,
it ain't a $300 bottle.
Nah, that shit, Jay-Z and Kevin Hart that shit was like some $5,000 bottles of wine and shit,
I don't want to. That shit nasty as hell. I don't want to drink.
Yeah, that shit was weird, my nigga.
I've had some expensive wine. That shit nasty. Give me the Aldi wine, $4-5 a bottle, $2.95 bottle. Sangria.
He definitely drink Wild Irish Rose for $2.95. He just a common man. It don't take much.
If two niggas sitting across from each other, sipping on wine and wine glasses, I'm assuming they flirting.
Hey,
you fuck, but nobody got to say I could be wrong. I'm probably wrong, but in my mind, I'm finna hit the dough, Jack. Y'all on some other shit. I'm gone.
Hey man, fuck.
Y'all still
we playing dominoes and the nigga pull out some wine. Man, get the fuck out of here, nigga. Get your bitch ass up out of here, nigga.
No, I drink wine with my wife.
I'll be there next month, my nigga. Don't pull out no wine, bro. On God, I'm gonna hit you in the job.
I'm making sure. Just because you said that, I'm making sure.
I don't want to do that, bro. Don't do it.
Okay.
I'm gonna have it with the cork.
Y'all something else. And speaking of pulling up into Detroit, next month is going down. It's gonna between the 19th through the 21st.
21st.
Yeah. The whole weekend we got something for y'all.
It's going down, but on August the 20th, it will be a grassroots block party in Detroit between 12 p.m. and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There will be free food, bounce houses, horseshoe tournament,
wine,
drama, vendors, and plenty of fun for the whole
family. She hit the Lion King, though.
They say the African drummer's gonna be there. No, you gotta hit that.
You gotta have the drummers there to open it up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So if you're interested in sponsorship or being a vendor, definitely hit up liberatedfarmsco@gmail.com. You can hit Brother Truth up if you're wanting to be a vendor or looking into sponsorship. It's going down with the panel, the full panel. We will be in Detroit, so if y'all want to rub elbows with us or whatever, pull up.
Tap in with us.
It's going down, baby.
Pull up. And we got the movie night on the 19th too. The day before, we got the movie night, so tap in.
What we gonna watch? Woman King.
We can.
If it's out. I don't know. I ain't interested. You know what I'm saying?
I was gonna show. Some, I don't know what I was debating about. What we was kind of debating about what we was gonna show though. I got a.
And that'll be a good movie to watch, man. It's a good topic to dialogue about.
I don't know, but if it's like a slave movie, because that's what the history is Like if it's
No,
like
they was fighting.
I don't like kids watching slave movies.
See, no, the homie they got a 1,200-year reign as a kingdom, and 1,000 years of it was spent resisting colonialism. You know what I'm saying? In different forms. Then at the end, they got kind of corrupted or whatever.
They got tired.
Yeah.
1,000 years is a long fucking time.
Long time.
Yeah. Salute to them, man. I see niggas hating on them niggas, but I ain't seen nobody run no thing. America, what 300 years? Nigga, they ran for 1,000. Nigga, that's amazing, nigga. And to resist the hungry ass crackers, nigga, salute to them niggas, man.
Yes, indeed. So we definitely want to go ahead and get into the school post.
Let's do it.
Like we do every week, we implement a post from the school into the show. So today's school post is T.I. is greater than Lil Wayne.
Facts.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Tripping.
Big facts.
T.I. ain't never been the best rapper in the world ever.
Look, man, like I said,
Wayne was the best rapper for 5-6 years straight.
That's major facts. And then, like I said, Wayne's still doing it today. You know what I'm saying? The shit he put out with Premier the other day, he killed that shit.
Y'all still putting out music?
not like Wayne though. You know
what I'm saying? It's both alright. Ain't none of that shit like it was.
Man, look, like I had said that 21 Savage was the feature artist of the year last year. Somebody was like, no, it was Wayne. I'm like, no. And they put up all Wayne features and shit, and I was like, shit. Damn, you know what? You right. You know what I'm saying? Wayne's still doing this thing, motherfuckers. He just put out so
Wayne
much.
They never made an album better than trap music or urban legend.
That's crazy.
That's major. Major. That Carter 1, Carter 2.
Carter 1.
It's not better than the albums, bro. Nigga, T.I. was one of the game for a minute. Nigga, that nigga was the king of the South for a minute. Lil Wayne ain't never been the king of the South.
He was the king of the whole rap game. What are you talking about?
Right.
Not just
a lot of motherfuckers look at Wayne as the GOAT. A lot. You know what I'm saying?
I know they do. I fuck with Wayne. I ain't taking nothing from Wayne.
And then Wayne was 12 years old, man. He was 14, 15 years old. A lot of motherfuckers was looking at him as one of the greatest. You know what I'm saying? At that time. You know what I'm saying? T.I. ain't started like that. You know what I'm saying? In this 20 years, 25, down to 30 years.
Back around was making shit when he was 12. That don't mean shit.
Wow ain't stay hot though. You know what I'm saying? Wayne will stay hot. He everywhere.
Wayne did not stay hot.
When he fall off?
We're gonna be honest with that. He did not stay hot.
When he fall off?
He there was a time period.
Came out to win.
There was a time period before he had came out with the Carter, before the Go DJ drop. There was that time period before then.
That's 500 degrees.
It was a moment in history where Lil Wayne was turning into the laughing stock of hip hop.
Facts.
No.
Facts.
Y'all don't know. Y'all not paying attention to
y'all forgot
when all that stuff came out with him and Baby
we
kissing.
could just go through the order of his rap, or go through the order of his albums.
Man, before Carter, it was a 2 to 3 year period before the Carter came out, where Lil Wayne was on the verge of falling off the planet.
How? He came out with 500 Degrees, then he came out with all the Squad Up mixtapes, then he came out with the Carter.
And T.I. was dominating.
You are the only one that is like hype about the 500 Degrees.
Yeah, because that shit was dope.
At the time, that shit was
no, what I'm saying is, whether I like it or not, it was relevant in hip hop at the time. He had hit singles off of 500 Degrees. And it was controversy because they was beefing with Juvenile because he had left Cash Money. So y'all got y'all history.
You got to think about the industry. We're talking about in the industry where everybody still have like their underground scene. Mixtapes are not mainstream. So
500 Degrees was an album.
Matter of fact, that nigga was behind T.I. and Jeezy at one point in time.
Yeah.
They had their little run. They had their little run. But
and my thing with Wayne is not to take away from who
early 2000s
his accomplishments or anything like that, because he is fire. He's one of the rappers that I could say who did the best job that I could think of actually reinventing themselves. Lil Wayne, you had the Hot Boy Wayne, and then you had the new Wayne. I feel like the Hot Boy Wayne is more of a competitor for a better competitor for T.I. than a New Wayne. And this is the reason why I'm saying it, and a lot of people might not agree with me. I'm saying it because when I actually go back, and even though Lil Wayne oversaturated the market for a long time, it was just Lil Wayne for a long time. He just oversaturated the market. In order for you to put out that much content, you're gonna lose some substance. And Lil Wayne, he could freestyle and he got the metaphors and everything like that. But when I go back with my adult evolved ears and I listen to Lil Wayne, a lot of his stuff is just a whole bunch of punchlines, the metaphors.
Shit, childish as fuck.
That's on his
and it's
mixtape
not
though.
It's just a play with words. It's just the
not on his albums.
And what helped Lil Wayne was T.I. going to prison. Facts.
Lil Wayne went to prison.
That was way after that, though. That way after that. I'm talking about doing when it was competitive.
And it's not taken away from Lil Wayne, because we can't sit up here and say, oh, okay, Lil Wayne was not one of the hottest rappers at one point in time or whatever.
Still
we
is.
can't say that.
He was the
hottest
rapper
still
in
is
the
one
game.
of the hottest rapper. But that's more so popularity, more so than anything. Popularity is one thing versus the actual content and what they're putting out and actually putting out solid projects.
Look,
he was rapping his ass off, man.
Yeah.
But what was he talking about?
Listen, when that nigga came out with
he was talking about a lot of shit.
When that nigga came out with the Carter
in the jungle, like he was talking about gilly bites and something. Like what
y'all talking about his mixtape, not his albums. He got plenty of good songs on his album.
He trying to hide the kids around from the world and the world from the kids. Like, what the fuck? Lil Wayne just be saying any type of thing.
When that nigga came out with the Carter, that nigga said he was the greatest rapper alive. And then motherfuckers was like, damn, motherfuckers started like, well, okay, shit, he might be. Then he came back with the Carter too. I ain't saying you did. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of motherfuckers did. You know what I'm saying? Then he came back with the Carter too, and he did it again. They was like, well, shit. You know what I'm saying? Then that's
Lil Wayne was definitely the best rapper in the game for about 5-6 years.
It's really, he was the most visible rapper in the game.
Shout out to Lil Wayne, man. I fuck with Weezy, man.
He was getting props.
We still don't know what the
Jay-Z
for. I want to know what the
all the greats was giving him his props. Like, yeah, he done won.
And that's not to take away from it, but it's like, to me, y'all sound like the type of people that because somebody else stated their opinion, it's like a group think thing. Because all of these people feel this way, that gotta be the truth. That's not what it is. I'm taking it just from.
What are you talking about?
I'm taking it just from me listening to them and listening to their music. The last time I voluntarily played some Lil Wayne, it was because I had just cleaned up my car. I had my Genesis. I had just cleaned up my car. I'm finna stun on me a bitch, pull the roof back. You know what I'm saying? And I'm finna listen. I'm finna ride Bump Leather So Soft. That was like pre-COVID. You know what I'm saying? But I do voluntarily sit around and listen to T.I. Because
I'm telling you, man,
T.I. got some shit.
The niggas I was fucking with was bumping way more T.I. My nigga, T.I. was some. That's look, man. It seemed like
he had a good run.
I fuck with T.I. Trap music. I fuck with trap music. All that.
Y'all hate no clips.
But after T.I. versus T, Carter 3, them is good.
The niggas fell off. Don't get it twisted.
That's what I'm saying. After T.I. versus Tim, shit, he was.
Look at Solo. I think Solomon's gonna come in and cap him.
T.I. only claimed king after he exposed Lil Flip as a leprechaun. Lame. T.I. ain't been hot for a decade. Leave the dope alone.
That's what I'm saying.
No, that's crazy because let me tell. That's not facts because actually T.I. been putting out some good songs because
Name one.
You can't tell Pardon. I beg your pardon with him and Lil Baby off that Libra album. That song went hard. That single went hard. I don't know if it's a decade ago when he put out that song with Young Thug, but if it ain't about the money,
hell yeah, that's the jam, nigga.
That song right there, like. And London was on the track. That was a jam. I don't know if that was a decade ago, but
that shit was hard.
When was the last time Lil Wayne put out a song? And what song? We want to say we'll say most recently. What song has Lil Wayne put out that had
in the last 5 years?
In the last 5 years, where it had some buzz, where we was like, "Oh my god, this is hot."
I can't think of one on top of my head.
I thought
pretty
it
was
was though.
I feel you.
It don't
I can't think of one on top of my head.
I wouldn't have named them T.I. songs.
Me
either.
That's why I said we said pardon. I was like, what the fuck is
Okay,
that?
Those are
know,
songs
I beg your pardon by T.I. and Lil Baby.
I mean, I don't. The other song is more familiar to me. I ain't really heard.
I heard shit. We waiting on y'all name Lil Wayne.
Well, even though you hadn't heard of it, we was able to name you wouldn't have thought of.
But I'm not talking about in the last 5 years, because he been doing features. But I don't listen to that shit either. But what I'm saying is, when he dropped Carter 1, 2, and 3, in between those periods of time and all those mixtapes, and when Drake and Nicki Minaj and them first came out and all that shit, he was the best rapper in the game, bro.
Like Mr. Thompson said something that's really gonna put the hottest in the bowl. He said Wayne was the hottest, but the best. Hell no, he was the hottest rapper.
Oh, okay. So when most niggas say you the best and you giving this nigga props, don't that mean something? That's what I'm going on. What else am I supposed to go off? All I could go off is your peers and what the people say. The people said he was the best, and his peers said he was the best.
That mean you're not
just the other day. Look, just the other day.
My own
opinion. Here we go.
No, because you said the only thing that
there
you could go off is
he's gonna point out a contradiction. I know easy.
Nah, I'm just saying. Just the other day, Cube said who was the best rapper alive. Cube been in the game since the beginning. You know what I'm saying?
And Cube become a C now, man. You can't
let me tell you something, because I think it was you, Heezy, that had, I don't know if it was you. No, it was Solomon. Solomon had said, even T.I. said that Wayne is better than him. Here's the thing. This goes back to that whole Rick Ross and Gilly thing where they like, okay, the nigga with the money, he gotta be right. I don't care about Cube's opinion. I don't care.
You don't care about nobody's opinion. But what I'm saying is these are their peers, these people in the game.
My opinion is cool.
A lot of them rap niggas think Eminem top 5.
My opinion is cool, but if we gonna give a thorough, you know what I'm saying,
assessment of the shit.
Of can he be considered the best, or was he ever the best rapper in the game? I gotta be.
I'm saying
as unbiased as I can.
Okay, so was he the best rapper in the game or whatever, as far as his presence and as far as him having range?
No, we talking about him rapping.
Yes, I can say that. But all at the same time, was he better than everybody else in the game? No, he was not.
If we talking about just rapping,
Drake is better than everybody. That nigga's the hottest nigga right now. He's not better than everybody in the rap game.
If we talking about rapping, just bars, Lil Wayne got sharper bars than T.I. But T.I. is a more complete MC that makes better music than that nigga Lil Wayne.
I don't see how you can say that. I don't see how. What does Wayne don't got that T.I. got?
What he just said.
He makes better music. It's more relatable. It's less. It's not as childish.
It's all over the place and childish.
On his albums,
punchline.
Yeah.
On Wayne albums.
Yeah.
On his albums.
And that nigga voice saying that nigga voice too bothers me sometimes.
Where we gonna go? Was Lights Out all the way to Carter 3. I don't know nothing about after Carter 3, so you might have me on that part, but I'm saying from Lights Out or his first album, Block Is Hot, whichever one was the first one, I forget which one of them was the first one, all the way up to the Carter 3, that nigga dropped good albums that was put together good musically. They had the music put together right, skits, all that. That shit was good. He dropped good shit.
Well, to be honest with you, the Hot Boy Wayne, when we want to go back to the Hot Boy Wayne, honestly, the Hot Boy Wayne ain't the Wayne that people be trying to say is the best rapper. It's the new Wayne. So, like,
right. He was spitting back then, too.
It's kind of irrelevant.
He was always spitting to me.
I feel like he was better. I like the old Wayne better.
Me too.
I like both of them. I like how
both of them for what they are. I mean, I like the old Wayne. It was hot, it was fresh, it was new. He was a young nigga, you know what I'm saying? And then the second one was he reinvented himself because the nigga was falling off. You know what I'm saying? And the nigga set a lot of trends with that way the niggas dress and shit.
I don't know how y'all saying he fell off. When did he fall off?
Well, brother, this because you got to go back.
You gotta go back.
Tell
You
me
gotta.
when.
You have
Just
to be
say
there.
it. Like from when he dropped what? When
before he the time before he dropped the Carter. That nigga was not. That nigga was in limbo.
Man. It was shocking because, to be honest, he became as he was like a mockery. Then he dropped that Carter, and that Carter went so hard, not just because the Carter was hard, because it was like it really was unexpected. It was like, damn, he came this hard. So then everybody got on the Carter.
The who?
Y'all forgot about the drought?
That's way after though.
That was talking about Carter. Yeah, he dropped that. He dropped mixtapes before. That's what I'm saying. Like after he dropped.
What you talking about? Mixtapes are not mainstream.
But I'm saying
we're
at the
talking
time,
about in the industry.
No, listen, we got to think about the time in hip hop.
No, don't get me wrong. The mixtapes kept him. If you was a fan of Lil Wayne, then the mixtapes kept him relevant. It kept you wanting more Lil Wayne. But as far as the industry, different niggas had took off, bro, and left Lil Wayne in the dust.
But at that time in hip hop, you got to think about it. 500. What year 500 Degrees come out? Like early 2000, 01, 02, somewhere that time. You know what I'm saying? The mixtape scene was what build your momentum till you drop your album. That's how 50 Cent got on. That's how he built his buzz to sign the big deal.
But at the same time.
But he had to do that because he was not that nigga no more. Like it
was a different formula.
That nigga no more.
It was a different formula. Like 50 Cent
working his way up to be that nigga. When he became
Gucci, they was doing the mixtape thing and shit, but they was dropping albums.
But listen to what you're saying, Brother Truth. You saying he was working his way up to be that nigga. That means in order for him to work his way up from being Hot Boy Wayne to have to work himself up to the new Wayne, that means he had to have fallen off. It had to be a dip.
No, he just transformed his flow. That's all he did.
If his flow
transformed his flow on 500 Degrees, really.
If there wasn't any break or any breach in his genius and what he was delivering, it would have even been necessary for him to change. Why you gonna change or something and it's already working? You had to change up something because your ass done fell off.
I don't know why the man changed it. So you gotta ask Wayne that. Right. What I'm saying.
No, I ain't gotta ask Wayne.
Nah, what it is.
Growing up. The nigga was growing up. The nigga was a teenager. You know what I'm saying?
And he started reaching out to different producers. Yeah. He left that Manny Fresh shit and started reaching out to different producers too.
Right.
Mr. Thompson said rappers often side with who has the most clout in their politics. People be getting blackballed for being honest. And then Mr. Thompson said, I was in the trap listening to T.I. and Jeezy, and the shit looked like what they rap. Wayne doesn't have that.
Facts.
Well, you know what? I think this conversation is going to continue to go on. I know when people hear this,
it was hot in the school already. It was hot on that post in the school already.
Yeah, but the thing is, people were telling me I was trolling. I was not trolling. I don't know why people be thinking I'm trolling. My opinion sometimes doesn't align with everybody else because I genuinely think for myself. And people be thinking I'm trolling.
I had to learn that about you though. I was like, she can't be serious. Nah, she's serious that she don't fuck with that nigga no more because his transmission went out.
Yeah, like if you around me, if you know me, and you like Preem know me, so he like, yeah, I really this nigga transmission went out, baby. You not finna come see about me for no ride. I'm just like it. You know what I'm saying? And people be thinking they think I be joking or I'm playing. I done made some shit up. This is real. You get what I'm saying? And my opinions on certain things, it don't be me trolling. It's actually that's really why people, you trolling right now. I said if I was trolling, then you would think that it wouldn't be so many people that actually agree with me if it was a troll post. People don't really, when it's a troll post, you kind of like automatically get the bulk of people. Most people, damn near all the people, be against it.
When you be serious about mine, T.I. is better than E40. I be serious in the motherfucker.
Get the fuck out of here. Never.
Now y'all had went to trolling though, because y'all had went too far.
That nigga he be trolling.
Who said? Hold on, we finna extend this for a minute. Who said that? Some of y'all was trolling, but actually I wasn't mad at it. But somebody gonna say Eve is greater than Gilly the Kid.
Oh yeah, that was me. I said that.
But I feel like Eve is.
I feel like everybody you named in Philly was better than Gilly.
They was. I just wanted to see where everybody was at. Will
I
Smith
was gonna say Marvelous and Cash Money. Remember them niggas from Philly?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Steady
beat. Steady beat. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They all
Major Figures had that one. Had a hit though. They had some.
Nigga, brother, truth, you really like Gilly, don't you?
Oh, I fuck with Gilly. I ain't
finna lie.
He wanna offer him a glass.
Man, I used to hate that shit.
He wanna offer him a cup of wine.
Come on, man. I ain't offering no nigga shit, man. Don't come on me like that, man. Y'all gonna chill with that shit. Y'all gonna have motherfuckers thinking I'm offering niggas wine and shit. No, I drink wine because I like wine. I ain't offering a nigga shit.
Say, hey, pass the blunt and the wine. Huh? motherfucker agriculture teacher. Growing everything.
It goes well with this blunt.
This nigga growing vineyards.
Wine that mesh well with food.
Hey, that's that might be in the plans for the future, though. For real, true story. Grow some grapes and make my own wine.
Hey, shout out to nigga Solid, man. He always defending some New Orleans shit, even when it's garbage.
Oh yeah, he ride for his. He ride for his. But that,
I'm pull up to the barbershop tomorrow and start some shit.
We going.
He be up there playing. He be up there playing New Orleans bounce music at the barbershop. The barbers be all pissed off and shit. I walk in some Jubilee playing.
DJ Chicken.
Nigga playing Magnolia Shorty and shit.
Nigga, let's be on it, boy.
Yes, indeed.
And they pulled up playing Drag 'em in the River one day.
Lord have mercy. But anyway, y'all, let's go ahead and answer this hip hop trivia question. This week's hip hop trivia question is: what was Mozzie's first rap name? I do not know the answer to that.
Any of y'all know it? Any of y'all know it?
No.
First rap name. He would be. We were just talking about Lil Wayne. We was just talking about one of the Lils. His first rap name was Lil Tim. You know what I'm saying? So
Lil Tim?
Yeah, Lil Tim. So if you ever hear Filthy Rich, you know what I'm saying, talking shit about him. You ever hear? You know they've been beefing forever. So when you ever hear Filthy Rich talk about him, we always call him Lil Tim.
Lil Tim.
You know what I'm
saying? What's the name? Lavish D. We called him Lil Tim.
Yeah, Lavish D too. So that was his first rap name. He would have been out here one of them little babies, Lil Tim. You know.
Hey, I got a question, y'all. What y'all think about? Y'all think it's some beef brewing between Rap-A-Lot and CMG?
CMG.
Because you see Rap-A-Lot done signed Finesse 2 times and Lavish D. Finesse 2 times and Moneybagg. And Moneybagg don't get along.
Before I think that, you know,
Lavish D and Mozzie don't get along.
Now that you say that, I think that before it be a beef, I think that probably you know what I'm saying, Jay Prince probably trying to make peace. You know what I'm saying?
Jay Prince Jr. He running the shit. Well, that nigga be a different type of nigga.
I mean, he might be, you know what I'm saying, but we know if Pops wanna make peace, it's gonna be some peace. You know what I'm saying? This is on some real, you know what I'm saying? Like to me, when you say that, to me, that's what it seemed like. I hope that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like I hope it don't.
God, them niggas got real beef, especially Miles and Lavish D. Them niggas can't be in the same shit politics.
Right.
Like niggas done got killed when they shit, right?
Yeah. That shit been going down. So I didn't think about that until you said that. Yeah.
I hope not though. I hope it go.
I thought
positive route though.
Finesse 2 times said everything was good between him and
well, if it's good, it's good.
That's what I just saw that earlier today. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't.
What's up?
I ain't looking to it.
Yes, indeed. We're gonna have to look further into that. That might be one of our hot topics for the next show because it sounds like it's a lot of
hip hop school past and present, man. Might have just, you know what I mean? Just dropped a little something for y'all, you know. Check it out.
Yes, indeed. Well, thank y'all so much for tuning in with us tonight. It was definitely a great show. I enjoyed myself.
Shout out to Rich.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. Shout out to Richard Carlisle for sure coming through.
Yes, indeed. So make sure y'all like the video, share the video, and subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Come on, ass, Big Sid. I'm on your ass, nigga.
We'll talk about that later. Anyway, thank y'all so much for tuning in. Y'all have a good night. It's been one.
The Hip Hop School, past and present podcast.